Lick number 92. This is the Mixolydian mode. It's C Mixolydian. It's the 5th mode within the F major parent scale. The scale sounds like this. Again, this is C Mixolydian. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the Mixolydian mode, in comparison to a major scale, would have a flatted 7th. That's the only note that's changed. The difference between a C major scale and a C Mixolydian mode is that there's a flat 7. So instead of that would be a major 7th, it has a flatted 7th there. Now, one of the things I like about the Mixolydian mode is that the finger pattern is very graphic of what I've been trying to get at here in terms of the repetitive pattern that happens with all of these 3-note per string major scales and in modes of the major scale. Simply because the one with the stretch of the one to first to second finger happens 3 times first. I've spoken, if you had a 7th string, you'd see the pattern a little bit fuller. I've mentioned that a few times. But this one here, you see the 3 patterns with the stretch right on the 6th string and the 5th string and the 4th string. So we get this. So the way we play it is we're basically in the 9th position, and we're going to stretch down to the 8th fret for the first note of the scale. So we have 8th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret on the 6th string. That's 1st, 2nd, and 4th finger. Then we have again 8th, 10th, and 12th fret on the 5th string. Again, 1st, 2nd, and 4th finger. Then again we have 8th, 10th, and 12th fret on the 4th string. Again with the 1st, 2nd, and 4th finger. Then we are going to, so we have 3 of the patterns with the stretch. Then we're going to have the finger pattern that's just 1, 2, 4 without a stretch, and there'll be 2 of these. And again, these always happen in this order. So we undo the stretch, and we're obviously in 9th position now because the first finger is right on the 9th fret. So we're going to use the 1st finger, 2nd finger, and 4th finger on the 9th, 10th, and 12th fret of the 3rd string. Now when we go to the 2nd string, we can't just go across same fret to the 2nd string. We have to go up a fret because we have to compensate for the tuning of the 2nd string. So then we have, so now we're in the 10th position, and we're going to play the 10th fret, 11th fret, and 13th fret with the 1st, 2nd, and 4th finger on that string. So that was the second occurrence of the 1, 2, 4, because we had the 1, 2, 4 on the 3rd string in the 9th position. Now we have the 1, 2, 4 on the 2nd string in the 10th position. Now we're going to go, so we've completed our 1, 2, 4 patterns without the stretch. Now we have to have 2 1, 3, 4 patterns, no stretching. So we just go across to the 10th fret. Of course, we're going to run out of strings, so we're not going to see the second one of these patterns, but we will see the first one of the 1, 3, 4s. So 10th fret, 12th fret, 13th fret with the 1st, 3rd, and 4th finger. Coming down, some of these licks I ended up going through the fingering and everything on the way down. At least one of them, I'm sure I did that. In general, I'm not going to cover coming down on them. The tablature is available on my website, bobporri.com, on the 365 page. And so you can get the fingering pattern. But it's the same from the tablature, but it's the same pattern going up as it is coming down as it was going up. So we descend the same way. So 4, 3, 1 for fingering. Then we're going to have 2 of the 4, 2 1s. Then a shift position. and then we're going to have the pattern with the stretch 3 times. So the whole scale, ascending and descending. I'll repeat the top note this time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then faster, if I played 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And I'm going to put on the jam track. And well, before I do that, one of the things I'm going to bring out in the jam track is, again, just trying to give you some ideas for licks and patterns here. This is an because of the 3 occurrences of the 1 2 4 1 2 4 1 2 4 with the stretches. We have these outside notes with the first finger and fourth finger available. So I just want to point that out, and you can actually continue up the scale using the outside notes. By outside, I just mean the first finger and the lowest finger and highest finger within the pattern. In this case, they're all the first finger and fourth fingers. So 1 4. So what I'm playing is first and fourth on the 8th and 12th fret, first and fourth again on the 8th and 12th fret. That was a 6th string, then 5th string, then 4th string, same thing. 8th and 12th fret with the first and fourth finger, and then 9th and 12th fret on the 3rd string, first and fourth finger, and then the second and first string, same thing, but from the 10th fret, 10th to 13th, 10th to 13th again. It just brings out a different sound. Just if you're looking for something different. Previously, I pointed out that, especially with the stretch patterns, you can use this 1 3 1 3 1 3, and then 3 1 3 1 3 1. Just that you have the evenly spaced frets available in the pattern if you're looking for just something different to play for a solo. So we can do things like, or the outside notes like I just showed a few minutes ago. So I'm going to put on the jam track now, and this is basically just vamping on a C7 chord to bring out the Mixolydian mode here. I'll play the full scale a few times first, slow and then fast. Here's an idea of the example of the outside notes. And then mixing things up a little bit. Sequence that way. I played one wrong note at the end there, but sequentially, 4-note sequence, 2, 3, and 4, and. Just an idea. Again, just doing a sequence with that. Sometimes on a sequence we change fingers a little bit to accommodate the pattern that's heading down. I'm not going to try to go through all that right now, but just trying to give you a few ideas to try. You can play parts of a sequence, something like this, and then go off into something else, such as this. Every little wrong note occasionally I'm hitting on this, please ignore. Let's see. One other thing I'll mention with this sequence is that we can start, this is a 4-note sequence, we can start on beat 1 and 4, and do it that way. Or we can also start on the, if you're counting 16ths, you're counting 1E end to 2E end to 3E end to 4E end. We can start on the E of 1, 1E. Let me try it again. 1. So you get that kind of idea. It's a different sound. So if you start on beat 1, you get. If you start on the E of 1, get a little bit of a different rhythmic sound to it. A little more improvisation on my own on this, and I'll just be playing a little bit. Okay, so that's the C Mixolydian mode. It's the 5th mode in the major that comes up when you do the modes within the, from the parent scale. Again, we're doing F as the parent scale here, and so that was the C Mixolydian mode, and that was lick number 92.